Hi and welcome to today's filming of art bats. I'm going to use in this blend today a variety of different fibres, 23 micron count merino in these really bold colours. I'll show you what I've got first. It's probably the best idea, isn't it, really, where we're starting from. So I have got this hand dyed merino. It goes from this lovely vivid violet purple, very dark but more of a plummy sort of purple, and then it goes into this purple neon blend. You see how it's changing colour as we go along, and then it gets a little bit lighter as we go further up, and this is going to be my main attraction. That's the colour I'm going with for this, and this will sit in between the layers of this leftover art bat, which has got a hint of blue in there, a hint of sari silk, not a lot. I don't really want it to be especially neppy, so I'm just going to leave what's in there just a tad. I may add a little bit of turquoise because of these colours. I want it to be quite vibrant and loud as well. I've also included some of this, which is trilobal with corridel, so I'll be adding that into the mix. It's going to be quite a sparkly bat. There's a little bit of leftover silver Angelina in the recycled bat that I'm using, and then I'm going to mix it up with these really bright vivid hot pinks, and then into this violet, which you can see the colours on the base of that one, and then I will probably use this one just to help tie it in. So you've got these different tones and layerings with the hand dyed wool in between. That I'm probably going to split into two, but you know me, I do it as I go along. And then utilising the art bat, which I'll probably use as the base layers as I'm blending. Start off with these and then start building up my colours. Also, I want to add in 3 different colours of Angelina. So we have got this two-tone lilac-y, pinky sort of Angelina. We've got this more girly pink, and then we have got the fuchsia pink. So I'll be adding all 3 of those in to this blend. So I'll lower you down, I'll bring you in so you get a better look at the blending process, and I'll quickly talk you through what I've done as I do it. Okay, right, so I'm going to start with my recycled bat first. And when you put your bat on and it's been blended before, you want to really fluff it out and try and separate those fibres that were combined together when you first carded it. So I'm going to just whiz this on here, and then that's my background. And then I've split the roving up into 3 sections, so it's really thin. And this sometimes, if I start off my first layering, and then I can decide how it's going to look. But at the end of the day, regardless of whether I start with these solid merino and corridel colours on first and then add my hand dyed wool on secondly, I may change my mind on the next set of layers and do the hand dyed roving under the solid colour blends. But it's all about what I want the wool to look like for the customer when I put it on, photograph it on the web for the website. So I would normally put this one, because it's such a skinny thing, it means that the other colours, the solid colours should pop through, with this just being a hint of it. Then that way people can actually see that it's had hand dyed fibre on it, but it just gives you this unique look. But it doesn't matter if I put this on first, then the solid colour layering on next, or if I put the solid colour layer in first and then put this on top. It's still going to spin up exactly the same way. It's not going to make an effect on the way that it's spun and what the overall yarn's going to look like in the end. It's all about the appearance from me. So I can only take this from a creator to sell inspiration, okay, like influence. So I'm going to go with my my solid colours first. I'm just going to draft them out a little bit so they hopefully, potentially, don't clog up. Then I'm going to go with the violet colour So I've got purple, I've got violet. This is Corriedale, so it's mostly Merino Corriedale mixed blend this is. If you're going to go with ratios, it'll be 30-70 ratio Merino to Corriedale. Then my plum colour next. I'm doing it as a gradient because it's easy for you to be able to follow. But you can do it by painting on the back if you want to. Especially useful if you like to do art yarn spinning. Sometimes those chunks of colours come out really well in art yarns. And then this really vivid hot pink next. And then this vibrant baby pink or candy pink on there. Look at that, look at the hue of that already. It looks really quite cool, doesn't it? So now I can go on with my hand dyed woven. I'm going to start the lighter colour down this end so it transitions up into the darker section on the darker section of the back. Now by adding that on, you can still see the colours of the actual base layer from the solid colours. Oh, hold on a minute, there we go. Are on there. They still poke through ever so slightly, okay? But if you want to put the hand dyed fibre on before the solid colour, all it does is make a difference on the appearance that you can see to your eye more than what the influence it has in your spin later on, okay? Then I want to get my Angelina. So because I'm doing 3 different layers, I'm going to use my 3 different colours of Angelina on each of these colour sections. So this is section 1. So I'm going to put my Angelina on this one. So this is the sugar plum pink, I think it's called. So that'll go on there now. And then I'm going to hand paint this on. And I want this in sections. Not bothered if it goes all the way through. There we go. So that's what we're going with. And I think teal and hot pinks and violets and things like that looks really, really splendid together. They really make each other pop. So get my next section of my batt. Make sure the fibres are going in the right direction. And again, oh, that's good. There we go. And then again, repeat the layering that we've just done, which is this purpley colour, more of an iris purple. It's got that sort of cool bluey undertone to it, whereas this violet has got a pink undertone to it. Right, then my plum colour. Hot pink. There we go. Then my hand dyed section here. So I want my beginning of the lighter end here. we go. Then get my next option of Angelina, which is the more lilac-y sort of colour here. That one's called Sugar Plum, if you're ever looking for it. The one I used beforehand was called Raspberry Sparkle. So, probably using the equivalent of about a gram, 2 grams, if that, of Angelina from each colourway. So I'm just going to give this a good pack down before I put on the teal. There we go. It's looking fantastic. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I've decided not to go with the Sari Silk Oil, but I do tend to sometimes just chop and change my ideas. Right, and then we're going to repeat that again one more time. Open up your fibre from your recycled batt if you're using that. Another pack down. I'm going with my fibres. So I have got Merino and Corriedale, Merino, Corriedale Trilobal blend, and this is hand dyed 23 micron count Merino. So just repeat the layering that I did to start with. I'm just going to sort of pre-draft that for that section there. Going with the violet. Going with the plum to help tie in the pinks. I'll get the carder on there in a minute. You can see it's starting to get really full now. I probably weighed about 160, I think it was 163 grams of fibre I've weighed out before I started on here. So when I get to that point, that's when it starts to fill up to the point it's heading off because of the density of the fibres. Micron count of the fibres makes a huge difference when you're doing this. So I'm going to start on this end. It really does need packing in on the back drum. So I'll do that in a minute, and then I'll gather up these off the liquor. We'll get this. Pack down. Next we want my third colour, which is called Fuchsia, which is this really lovely mix between a pink and electric violet colour. It's really quite loud, and we're going to put that on there. There's these 3 different colours of Angelina. Teal shade tones, Trilobal. that one more pack down for a twist off. Add any extra fibres that are on the front wicker. Duffer. I like to think you're following the guideline on the wooden section that's on the top here, and I like to go in with one knife. I don't like chunking off in sections because I end up with uneven ends. I like to try and make sure that when I take my batt off, I'm getting an even pull on the fibres in a straight line rather than, see, that's a really clean line, rather than pulling up in different lumpy sections where you'll end up with tufts from here and only a tuft from there, and it just looks really uneven. But then that's just me coming from the background that I have. So I always as well roly-poly it on the back of the drum. I just find it, for me, easier to take it off, and then if there's any fibres left, I give it another quick roll over all the way around with another full circle and make sure it's completely collared on the drum. You might have a little bit of section there, but it's a lot cleaner than it would be if I just yanked it off from the back of the carder. Just my personal opinion, that's just the way I work. So we'll push you back here and we'll tilt you down. Oh, a little second. We'll tilt you down. Let's move that out of the way, and we'll get this opened up. There we go. So here we have, look at that. So we've got the lighter colours that transition all the way through into the darker purples. It looks really cool, doesn't it? That's the back of it. So you can see the gradient. And even though I've used a recycled batt in there, it's not actually caused, it's not creating that much of an effect. It's just giving you another dimension to the blend. So we'll get that over there. Fold that over. Wow. Look at that. Doesn't that look fantastic? And then we'll give it a little roll up. And there you have one gradient fade colour, solid colours, going from purple to violet to plum into these hot pinks with the hints of teal on there, hand painted on. Lots of sparkle throughout your layers, not just on the top so they fall off, but there you go, and a hint of trilobal, which just gives you that really subtle shine. So by using that hand-dyed fibre on top of those solid colours, it's helped make those fibres blend into each other a lot more subtly than they would have done if I had not put that section on. They would have been really quite bold and striking with individual sections that are very, very obvious. So by using and utilising your hand-dyed fibres, or if you've got a batt that you're not keen on, you may have made it before, you may have bought it from somebody, and it just sat there, but you want to make more of it, or you've got the perfect colours in mind that you want to blend with it, then you can do the exact same thing by using that over the top, very thin layering over the top of your solid coloured rovings that you've got from your supplier, and that helps them go a little bit further, and also you're creating something completely unique just to you. So I hope you understood that and managed to follow along with me doing this video. And there you go again, look at it, isn't it fantastic? You can just see the glistening of the Angelina on there, but it's lovely. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you don't already. It's free to do it, even clicking a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and find it useful. It really does help my channel to grow. If you want more detailed videos, you can find me over on Patreon at www.patreon.com/woollycottage, and you can join us over there. First week is free while you decide what you want to do. There are a few videos up there for free memberships, and And also for your trying to think, multi subscriptions, there's 2 levels. You've got level £3 a month or £5 a month, and they help support this channel and the things that I make on here. I don't get paid for any content that I make on YouTube. I don't get paid for adverts. So sponsorship and paying for members over on Patreon, you guys are the ones that help me keep this channel going. Without them, I couldn't do it. So thank you again, and I'll catch you next Wednesday for a live chat. Take care. Bye for now.